Assalamu alaikum. Today's lecture is veins of the head and neck. ठीक है, I'm Dr. Sadia. So the veins of the head and neck. In the veins of the head and neck, we will discuss the internal jugular vein and its branches, which is very important. We'll discuss how the retromandibular vein is formed and what are its branches. External jugular vein and its branches. So we'll discuss three of the important veins. Internal jugular vein. So this is an internal jugular vein which is coming from the jugular foramen downward into the neck. It is actually formed from the venous sinuses in the brain, and it drains the venous sinuses, and then through the jugular foramen it comes out through into the neck. This is the internal jugular vein, and it joins with the subclavian vein, and it forms the brachiocephalic vein. When the two sides of the brachiocephalic vein joins with each other, it forms the superior vena cava. So this is an external jugular vein, and this external jugular is formed by the this is the maxillary vein, and this is superficial temporal vein. Okay, when they become joined with each other, the maxillary vein and the superficial temporal. So these veins, when become joined with each other, form the retromandibular vein, and the retromandibular that again divided into the anterior division of the retromandibular vein and the posterior division of the retromandibular vein, and the posterior division joins with the posterior auricular vein, and it forms an external jugular vein. External jugular is also opens into the subclavian vein. This is a vertebral vein. It also opens into the brachiocephalic vein. So this is the facial vein, which forms by the superior ophthalmic and superior trochlear, and it joins with the anterior division of the retromandibular, forms a common facial vein, and opens into the internal jugular vein. So this is an internal jugular which is coming from the jugular foramen downwards into the neck. Okay, and these are the anterior relations like this hyoid bone, thyroid cartilage, trachea. These are the cervical spines. This is the vertebral vein along with the vertebral artery. These are the transverse spines of the cervical spines. Okay, and this is retromandibular. This is anterior division of the retromandibular, and this is an external jugular vein. Anterior division of the retromandibular joins with the facial vein and forms the common facial, and common facial enters into the internal jugular vein. This picture also shows the internal jugular from jugular foramen coming downward, and it is receiving the facial vein, common facial vein into the internal jugular. This is the tributary of the internal jugular vein. Facial vein is a tributary of the internal jugular. This is an external jugular. It is behind the mid of the clavicle, and lower down we have a first rib. Posteriorly we have a cervical spines along with the transverse processes. So how the internal jugular vein is formed by this is the superior sagittal sinus by on the fixed part of the falx cerebri. This is the superior sagittal sinus which continue as a right transverse sinus, and this is an inferior sagittal sinus joins with the great cerebral vein and forms a straight sinus. This is present in the free edge of the falx cerebri, and this straight sinus continue as a left transverse sinus. So the right transverse sinus is a continuation of superior sagittal sinus, and the left transverse sinus is a continuation of straight sinus. Then it receives the occipital sinus from behind. So this is a confluence of the sinuses where superior sagittal, transverse sinuses and the straight sinuses will unite with each other. So this is a confluence of sinuses. These transverse sinuses are present over the tentorium cerebelli, and this occipital sinus is present in the falx cerebelli. Okay, so the occipital sinus along joins with the vertebral veins which are coming from the foramen magnum, and then enters into the confluence of sinuses. The transverse sinuses moves on as a sigmoid sinuses, and form a sigmoid sinuses. Sigmoid sinus then go downward and it forms an internal jugular vein. It passes through the jugular foramen and forms the internal jugular vein. The sigmoid sinus receives the superior petrosal sinus. So this is a cavernous sinus on each side of the sella turcica. In the mid, we have a pituitary gland. On each side, we have a sella turcica. On each side of the sella turcica, we have a cavernous sinus. And cavernous sinus drained by the superior petrosal sinus into the sigmoid sinus, and via the inferior petrosal sinus into the internal jugular vein. The cavernous sinus, which is present on both sides of the sella turcica, drains via the superior petrosal sinus into the sigmoid sinus or transverse sinus, or via the inferior petrosal sinus into the internal jugular vein. So, second tributary of the internal jugular vein is inferior petrosal sinus and the facial vein. So this is the facial vein which entering into the internal jugular vein. It is also joined with the cavernous sinus. Cavernous sinus also receive the branches of the facial vein, and ophthalmic veins also received by the cavernous sinus. So whenever an infection present over danger area of the face, so these are the angles of the mouth, the maxilla, the bridge of the nose, the areas of the nose and the eyelids. These are the danger areas of the face from where the infection can travel into the cavernous sinus and leads to the cavernous sinus thrombosis. So these are the important relations of the internal jugular vein. This is the trachea, this is the esophagus, and the anterior relations of the internal jugular vein. This is the internal jugular, which is bounded by the carotid sheath. These are the medial relations like carotid artery and the vagus nerve, and this is the internal jugular vein. These are the deep cervical lymph nodes which are present in the carotid sheath along with the internal jugular vein. So this is the skin and fascia, and this is the platysma. This is the platysma muscle, and this is sternocleidomastoid muscle, anterior relation, and this is sternohyoid. So this is sternohyoid, and this is sternothyroid, and this is omohyoid. So these are all are the anterior relations, and these are the medial relations, common carotid artery and the vagus nerve. These are the deep cervical nodes which are present along with the internal jugular vein in the carotid sheath. Regarding the posterior relations, we have transverse processes of the cervical vertebrae, and we have scalenus anterior, this is scalenus medius, and this is scalenus anterior, this is scalenus medius, and these are the prevertebral muscles. So these are the posterior relations, these are the medial relations, and these are the anterior relations of the internal jugular vein. So after facial vein and the inferior petrosal sinus, the another tributaries of the internal jugular vein is this is superior thyroid vein which enters into the internal jugular vein. This is the middle thyroid vein. This enters into the internal jugular vein. So these are the another tributaries. The lingual vein also enters into the internal jugular vein. So what are the tributaries of the internal jugular vein? Inferior petrosal sinus, the facial vein, common facial vein, and the superior and middle thyroid veins and the lingual veins. These are the tributaries of the internal jugular vein. So because this is esophagus, this is the trachea, and this is the internal jugular vein. Okay, this is shows the termination. This is the termination of the internal jugular vein. So in this internal jugular vein enters joins with the subclavian vein and it forms the brachiocephalic. Right brachiocephalic. This is the left brachiocephalic, and then when these two joins with each other forms the superior vena cava. Okay. So this is esophagus, this is trachea, this is internal jugular, this is subclavian, and this is brachiocephalic vein. Posteriorly, we have a phrenic nerve. This is subclavian artery. This is thyrocervical trunk. ठीक है, this is brachial plexus, and this is cervical plexus. This is levator scapulae. This muscle is levator scapulae, and this is cervical plexus. This is sympathetic trunk. This is vertebral artery. These are all the posterior relations of the internal jugular vein. So this is internal jugular, and these are all the posterior relations. The vertebral arteries, sympathetic trunk, prevertebral vessels, transverse processes of the cervical vertebrae, levator scapulae, splenic, cervical plexus, brachial plexus, subclavian artery, phrenic nerve, and common carotid and vagus. These are the medial relations. ठीक है बेटा. And anterior relations are, this is manubrium sterni. ठीक है, this is the first rib, and this is sternothyroid, and this is sternohyoid. These are the anterior relations. ठीक है, this is trachea, this is esophagus. So this is interjugular vein. It is a continuation of the sigmoid sinus. I already described. It is coming downward, and it is receiving the inferior petrosal sinus, the pharyngeal veins. So pharynx also drains into the internal jugular. So these are the pharyngeal veins or plexus drains into the internal jugular. This is the lingual vein. This is the superior thyroid vein. This is the middle thyroid vein. The internal jugular vein which joins with the subclavian. ठीक है, तो it forms the right brachiocephalic. This is the left brachiocephalic vein, and it forms the superior vena cava. So this is the destination of internal jugular, and this is a superficial temporal, and this is a maxillary vein. When it becomes joined with each other, superficial temporal and maxillary vein, it forms the retromandibular vein. So this is a posterior division of the retromandibular. This is the anterior division of the retromandibular. And this anterior division with joins with the facial vein, it forms a common facial vein, and that common facial vein will opens into the internal jugular vein. ठीक है, तो facial vein is also a tributary of the internal jugular vein. How it is formed? This is the superficial temporal, maxillary. When it joins with each other, forms the retromandibular vein. The retromandibular has two divisions, anterior division and the posterior division. Anterior division joins with the facial vein, and it forms a common facial vein which opens into the internal jugular vein. So along with the inferior petrosal sinus, pharyngeal vein, venous plexus, the facial vein, the lingual vein, the superior and the middle thyroid vein, these all are the tributaries of the internal jugular vein. The posterior division or tributary of the retromandibular vein, the posterior division joins with the posterior auricular vein, and it forms the external jugular vein. And the external jugular vein receives the posterior external jugular vein, transverse cervical, suprascapular, and the anterior jugular veins. So this is posterior external jugular. It drains the scalp. Transverse cervical, it drains the posterior triangle of the neck. Okay. So, and it is entering into the subclavian vein. This is right subclavian. It is entering into the subclavian vein. Okay. So this is an external jugular, and this is an internal jugular, and this subclavian जो है, and this external jugular joins the subclavian, and the internal jugular along with the subclavian joins the subclavian, and it forms the brachiocephalic vein. So this is another picture showing the pterygoid venous plexus forms the maxillary vein in the inferior temporal fossa, and it joins with the superficial temporal vein, and it forms the retromandibular. The retromandibular divides into the posterior division and the anterior division. The anterior division joins with the facial vein. Okay. This is the facial vein which winds around the mandible, lower border of the mandible, then it goes upward, and the facial vein is formed by the superior ophthalmic and superior trochlear veins. So it joins with the anterior division of the retromandibular and forms the common facial and enters into the internal jugular vein. The posterior division of the retromandibular joins with the posterior auricular vein, and it forms the ये जो है आपकी external jugular vein, and this external jugular opens into the subclavian vein. This is internal jugular, is coming from the jugular foramen downward into the neck and joins with the subclavian, and it forms the brachiocephalic vein. So these are the another tributaries of the internal jugular. This is superior thyroid vein, and this is the middle thyroid vein. How they are open into the जो है आपका internal jugular vein. So this is the internal jugular coming downward, Okay, this is the facial vein. This is the retromandibular vein. Superficial temporal and maxillary joins with each other, forms the retromandibular. This is the anterior division of the retromandibular. It joins with the facial vein and forms the common facial that is opening into the internal jugular vein. And this is an external jugular formed by the posterior division of the retromandibular and the posterior auricular vein combined to form the external jugular vein. It is opening into the subclavian vein. This is a vertebral vein. It is running through the transverse foramina. It is running to the through the transverse foramina and enters into the this vertebral vein enters into the subclavian vein. This is a clavicle. It is present. The external jugular vein is present in the mid of the clavicle. Sometimes the fractures of the clavicle can damage the internal jugular and external jugular vein. This external jugular is very superficial, so this fracture of the clavicle can damage the external jugular. And lower down we have a first rib, posteriorly we have a cervical spines and transverse processes of the cervical spine. So the same picture, the internal jugular is coming from the jugular foramen and it receives the common facial vein and joining with the subclavian to form the brachiocephalic. Okay, this is an external jugular. It is formed by the posterior division of the retromandibular. So this is a retromandibular vein. This is the anterior division of the retromandibular, and this is the superficial temporal maxillary. It forms the retromandibular. This is the anterior division of the retromandibular. This is an external jugular vein opening into the subclavian vein. This is vertebral vein opening into the brachiocephalic vein. So the retromandibular vein, sorry. So this is a retromandibular vein. So these are the divisions of the retromandibular, superficial temporal. See how the maxillary vein is formed by the pterygoid venous plexus, and how the facial vein is connected with the pterygoid venous plexus, and this in turn is connected with the cavernous sinus. So when whatever the infection is occur around the nose and maxilla and angle of the mouth, it enters into via the facial vein into the pterygoid venous plexus, and this pterygoid venous plexus is connected with the emissary veins of the cavernous sinus. So this is superficial temporal. This is the maxillary vein. When joins with each other, forms the retromandibular vein. This is the posterior division of the retromandibular. This is the anterior division of the retromandibular. It joins with the facial vein and forms the common facial vein that opens into an internal jugular. ये देखिए यहाँ से the internal jugular is coming through the jugular foramen down into the cervical area. ठीक है, into the neck. And this posterior division of the retromandibular, this is retromandibular vein, and the posterior division of the retromandibular when joins with the posterior auricular, it forms the external jugular vein. So the examiner will ask you how the internal jugular is formed and how the internal jugular is formed. The external jugular drains the exterior of the skull and also drains the facial area. And internal jugular, it also drains the face, thyroid, tongue, and pharynx, and it has deep cervical nodes along with it, and it also receives the drainage of the brain, the meninges, and inner side of the skull. So this is the dangerous zone, deep facial deep facial veins which are connected with the pterygoid venous plexus, and pterygoid venous plexus in turn connected with the cavernous sinus via the emissary veins. So the any infection around the maxilla, around the bridge of the nose, and around the side of the nose and islets can transmit the infection to the pterygoid venous plexus and then into the cavernous sinus and leads to the cavernous sinus thrombosis. So these deep facial veins which are connected with the pterygoid venous plexus, these are very dangerous. And this is the facial vein, and this is the common facial vein. This is the retromandibular vein. This is the superficial temporal joining with the maxillary. The maxillary vein is actually formed by the pterygoid venous plexus in the infratemporal fossa. So when the maxillary vein and superficial temporal vein joins with each other forms the retromandibular vein, and the posterior division of the retromandibular joins with the posterior auricular and it forms the external jugular vein, and the anterior division of the जो है retromandibular joins with the facial vein and it forms the common facial vein, and this common facial vein opens into the internal jugular vein. So this is the same picture. This is an internal jugular which is entering into the joining with the subclavian and forms the brachiocephalic vein. This is an external jugular draining into the subclavian vein, and this is a vertebral vein. This is retromandibular. This is the anterior division of the retromandibular joining the facial vein and forms the common facial and entering into the internal jugular vein. This is superficial temporal and this is maxillary. External jugular. Many times I describe the external jugular, how it is formed. It is formed by the posterior division of the retromandibular. This is retromandibular, superficial temporal vein, maxillary vein joins to form the retromandibular, and the retromandibular जो है, it receives the retromandibular has two divisions, anterior division joins with the facial vein and forms the common facial and opens into the internal jugular, and the posterior division joins with the posterior auricular and forms the external jugular vein. So this is external jugular opening into the subclavian vein. This is clavicle anteriorly, and lower down we have a first strip. These are the anterior jugular veins, and these are anterior jugular veins are formed by the superficial submandibular veins, and these veins जो है will come downward and join with each other by a jugular arch, and these anterior jugular veins also drains into the external jugular vein. So the anterior jugular vein, these are the tributaries of the external jugular vein, and external jugular vein also receive the posterior external jugular veins, suprascapular veins, and they also receive the uh, transverse cervical vein. Posterior external jugular from the scalp, and जो transverse cervical from the posterior triangle of the neck. Anterior jugular drains the superficial part of the submandibular and the anterior area of the neck. They also enters into the external jugular vein. And suprascapular receive the area around the scapula. So this is again the internal jugular is coming from the jugular foramen downward and joining with the subclavian and forms the brachiocephalic, and this is an external jugular, ठीक है, formed by the posterior division of the retromandibular and posterior auricular vein. This the anterior division of the retromandibular vein joining with the facial and forms the common facial and opens into the facial vein. Vertebral vein opens into the brachiocephalic vein. Okay. The subclavian vein also received the on the left side it received the thoracic duct, and on the right side the subclavian vein received the right lymphatic duct. The subclavian vein receives the external jugular vein. It also joins with the internal jugular vein. It receives the on the right side it receives the right lymphatic duct. On the left side the subclavian vein receives the thoracic duct. So the many important structure received by the subclavian venous, and this subclavian vein it is actually a continuation of the axillary vein. From the outer border of the first strip, the axillary vein finishes and the subclavian vein starts. So this is a subclavian vein which is a continuation of the axillary vein. So the external jugular vein is used for the catheterization. So this is an external jugular vein, and this is an internal jugular vein. So it is somewhat deeper down. This is a superficial vein, and this is the vertebral vein entering into the brachiocephalic vein. This is a vertebral vein opens into the जो है आपका brachiocephalic vein. This is an anterior jugular veins formed by the superficial veins of the submandibular, and it is coming downward and joined with each other by a jugular arch and opens into a external jugular vein. So this is anterior jugular is a tributary of the external jugular vein. Thank you so much.